So you guys all want to know how to catch a ton of Krakens, right? Well, today I'll be giving you two methods I use to catch a ton of Krakens. And let's get straight into the first one. Okay, so the first method is not going to be as good as the second method, but they're still both pretty good methods. Okay, and the first method is just going to be to use the Kraken rod. Okay, so it might sound a little weird just because like I'm using the Kraken rod, we're catching Krakens, but the Kraken rod actually has something that makes it really easy to do it, and it's the passive ability. Okay, so every 50 catches, it has a chance to give you an exotic, mythical, or legendary with the Kraken rod. And if you're inside the Kraken pool, which is where I am right now, it's pretty dark in here, so it's pretty hard to see. But this is the Kraken pool, and in here, if you use the Kraken rod, you can catch a Kraken with, because it can catch an exotic. But this method is the worst method because you have to catch it every 50. So you have to wait 50 catches before you get a chance at getting an exotic. So this is great method for going like AFK or something, or if you're just planning on playing the game for a long time. But this isn't going to be the best method because yeah, it's going to take a really long time, but it will get you a lot of Krakens. And that's what I mainly used to get Krakens, because I'm not going to just do the other method a whole ton. But yeah, basically what you want to do is you just want to choose a spot. Like this is the spot I usually use, but you could go over there somewhere too. But yeah, you just want to go to a spot, and then you're just going to pretty much just fish there in the Kraken pool. And it's better, this method is better for going AFK, but yeah, you're just basically just going to want to fish in here, and you will have a chance at getting a Kraken, and you will get a Kraken eventually, unless you just can't catch the Kraken for some reason. But yeah, I also recommend putting something like resilience on this rod, because this rod has no resilience pretty much compared to like Heaven's rod and stuff like that. But you could pretty much use anything because this rod has pretty good stats in general. So yeah. Oh, an orca migration just started too. Okay. Well, on to the second method. The second method you're going to want to use is to use sundials. Okay, so this method is still going to involve the Kraken rod, but with sundials, you can actually force a Kraken to spawn. So let me just get my sundials. So as you see, I have 361 sundials because I'm a little tryhard, but yeah, you're just going to want to use sundials, and you're just going to want to keep spamming them. So look, let me just try making it. Tonight is the weather too sacred. Oh yeah, that's because it's the Aurora Borealis. Okay, so I actually can't use it right now, but normally what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to spam sundial totems, and you'll get the Kraken eventually. And the reason you're going to still want to use the Kraken rod is because the Kraken rod actually, on top of being able to catch a Kraken every 50 catches, because of that thing, it actually also has a chance to double the fish you catch. So with that, you can actually catch 2 Krakens, and this method is going to be the better method because 1, you're going to spawn more Krakens since you're spamming sundials, and 2, you're going to have a higher chance of doubling Krakens because you're spawning more Krakens. So with this method, you'll get a whole ton more Krakens than I do with my normal method, because I usually use method 1, but this method will also cost you more because, okay, the method number 1 is going to cost you way more time, but this method is going to cost you more money, which, to be fair, this method still ends up probably being cheaper. But yeah, because sundials aren't cheap. Like, you got to spend a couple $100,000 on each time. So like for me, that's not much because I got plenty to spend, but you got to spend a good amount. So you can't just be using these. Like if you're not making much money, this is going to be pretty hard to do. But yeah, what you're just going to want to do is you're just going to want to spam sundials, and eventually a Kraken will spawn. But it might not be the easiest spawn the Kraken, because the thing is, it also has a chance at spawning other things like the Megalodon or the Orca hunt right now. So yeah, that's going to kind of mess it up. And yeah, that's pretty much what could happen, but it's not going to be that hard to spawn a Kraken. So I wouldn't overthink it. But yeah, these are going to be the two methods you're going to want to use to catch a whole ton of Krakens. And if you just want to get like a really good Kraken, because yeah, Krakens can get pretty big. Like look, I'll show you one of my Krakens. Since it actually happened to get the big enchant, it is massive compared to, oh, I got 2 actually. But yeah, this is a normal size Kraken. This is the big Kraken. It's like triple the size because it's got big. So you can always just do this method to get a pretty cool Kraken like this. But this is going to end of my video. Subscribe to help the channel. Bye.
Hold me close till I get up. Time